Welcome everybody, we are going to be doing a guided playthrough of the Assassin. Basically, we're just going to be doing Players 1 and farming through Players 1 and just showing people how to play the game. You know, with by yourself and Players 1 scenario. So, hopefully you enjoy. We're going to go through everything, kind of just like I'll be playing the game and also explaining some of the thoughts I'm, thinking while I'm playing the game, what I'm looking for, what I'm doing, and yeah. So it's just a guide. I'll pause probably here and there, but we'll just have a timer running for fun. And yeah, so here we go. So first of all, the first thing I'm looking for is once you create a character, there's 4 exits. Right, 4 exits in town, and you're looking for the path here. And we see that the path went top left. So that was the first thing that we're looking for. And now, because of Diablo 2 Resurrected, we definitely want our controls to work. So we hit custom and apply. And we want to hit like level 2 with gold prior to going over to Cold Plains. So I'm actually going to make a TP here because the road splits off here, and that means that one of the trails is for Den of Evil and the other one is for Cold Plains. Zombies are actually a little bit more experienced than the other guys, so you do want to focus a little bit more on zombies or anything really in the path. We're hoping for like throwing knives are worth money. Typically you throw off your buckler, but we're not going to go super try hard here. The reason why you throw off a buckler is because it takes out, it gives blocking frames, and you like waste time if there's blocking frames, right? And now we're going to be going with the fire traps build here. So we're going to be using Fire Blast. Now that we have waypoint, we don't really have any money, so I'm going to do a quick search to see if we can find anything. Nothing seems to be dropping, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go back to town, quickly sell some stuff. And grab a potion. Normally you want some mana potions to last you a while, and then also a lot of stamina potions so you can just run through the act without having to buy stuff from a car very often. You don't want to spend any time in town really if you don't have to. Normally if you could, you would use throw as like a move only thing, but unfortunately it's not working right now in D2R, so there's no form of move only. Now we're just kind of picking up stuff again, like I said. Anytime there's like monster clusters, you want to use Fire Blast. But honestly, the guitar does pretty good damage. Throwing knives, chip gems, those are also pretty good to have because they give you a lot of gold for very little inventory space. So obviously we want to do the Dungeon quest that gives you a plus to skill and allows you to respec. We don't really want to do quest 2, which is like Blood Raven. It doesn't really do anything for us. Quest 3 is optional. Quest 4 we're going to be doing just because that is the tower quest, and we're going to be needing runes, especially rune words such as Stealth and Leaf. So we're just doing the important quests and then we're moving ahead because some of these things don't really matter. As I did earlier, I didn't mention it, but we're going for the first 10 points into energy, just to help with mana sustain. Don't worry about picking up small amounts of gold, or going out of your way. I mean, you have auto gold pickup, but like, don't worry about going out of your way to go pick up like very small amounts of gold. Dagger is the first weapon that we're actually really looking for. It increases our attack speed, and Fire Blast uses attack speed. So that's a big find. So we use the Qatar to actually stab things, while we use the dagger to actually use Fire Blast. This is also my first time playing the Assassin on Resurrected. It's kind of feeling cool, honestly. An amulet. Now we got 2 monsters remaining. Throw in between. Now we save and exit. Because we don't have any TP scrolls.
Good day.
Now we're gonna go to Akara, sell a bunch of stuff that we just don't need. We also want to be looking for a 2-socket staff. And that staff is for Leaf later on. If we get an opportunity, we also want to get a 2-socket armor. And because if you want to take this character to hell, ooh, 2 to charge bolt. I'm not a sorceress today. Now, we can get the long staff. I'm going to explain this. You can get the long staff, but because bases do affect attack speed, the long staff is slower. So you actually want a short staff, something like this. So I could get long staff, but I'm not going to. It's just a slower attack speed. And then I'm holding enter and spamming left click. This allows you to buy potions pretty fast. And like I said earlier, I just don't really want to be spending a lot of time in town. So we're just going to be buying as much as we can while we're in town and then moving forward. So we're going to quickly check for things. No 2 sockets. We got a 2-socket helmet, which is good. A belt is okay to have. It's not a huge deal. But a 3-socket large shield wouldn't be a bad thing to have whenever that became available. And that's because if you're pushing through the game, you want an Ancient's Pledge. You can socket that. And also here, always check around the waypoints in Act 1 because you can have elite packs like this, which is a good thing. It's great. And then on top of that, as you can see, there's a shrine here just chilling. Now, I actually should have gone for 1 more point into Fire Blast, but it's okay. We'll do that later. We have 1 point into Claw Mastery, so that way when we hit level 6, we'll be able to use Burst of Speed. Burst of Speed is a huge advantage for the Assassin to be able to move quickly and do a bunch of stuff. So now we're looking for the Stony Field. And Stony Field is kind of like in the middle of one of the sides. Every Act 1 map is a square. And this is kind of in the middle. So like, and there's 3 different directions, so the path goes in 3 different ways. But anyways, you can read more about map reading, other things elsewhere. This is more of just like how to play the Assassin. So we've seen an elite pack here. We see the XP shrine. We definitely want to use that to our advantage. He's cold enchanted, so we want to make sure we watch out for that and not get hit. So I'm not going to go too far off the path here, but a waypoint wouldn't be a terrible thing. Finding Rakinishu is really wanted, especially with this XP shrine is like so good. Rakinishu is very good XP. Make sure you kill his minions because minions are also very good XP. Go. And you can always just hover your mouse, is what I'm doing, to see if something's a minion or not. Now, sometimes though, it won't say minion, even though they are a minion, and that's in normal there's an exception, which is aura enchanted monsters. So anytime you come across like big density, you also want to kill that. Just kill that density. Don't worry about killing like 2 or 3 mobs, but like things like to follow you, right? So if there's a bunch of stuff that's following you, that's just free XP, potentially free loot following you. Also, we want to have 25 strength so that way we can wear a bigger belt with 3 rows, and 30 strength later on just in case we get some fast run walk boots. Our XP shrine is almost done. We just got another one, which is really good. Super lucky. It's not a super big deal, but if we find the tree, it would be pretty cool. A little bit of free XP. And then if you can cluster a bunch of these guys up, it gives an okay amount of XP. And we do want to hit level 6 ASAP so that we can get that burst of speed. And now we have that. And on top of that, we also have strangling gas potions. And these will be good for AoE. Nice that we found the waypoint first. Now we have no worries. We even have a shrine next to it right now. In single player, that would matter a lot more. I'm playing online, but in single player, that would matter a lot more because every time I reset the run, then there would be a shrine there. His maps are static. Now this guy's aura enchanted. Somewhere his minions are chilling. So these are probably his minions. Which they definitely were. We can tell with the XP. And we're going to hop right into the tower and get as much XP as we can from the...
This place.
So these are minions. Definitely want to take those guys out. So we're just checking for elite packs. The tower is always left. Okay, we found a champion pack. That's good. Also, meanwhile, while I'm playing the game and doing a bunch of stuff, I am conscious of my inventory. It's important that you keep your inventory management done well. Extra strong archers are pretty brutal. Careful of archers for sure. They are just way too strong in this game. Also, keep your burst of speed up. So anytime you feel like you're starting to run slower, definitely check that. Gonna recast burst of speed for every level that we get it. This is a huge drop. So Scimitar is gonna give us a lot of attack speed, and then it's also gonna give us 15 all resist. So we want to put a point into dexterity. And now we have just a really fast attacking weapon with all res. That's just not bad. So big find there. And there's usually an elite pack on every tower level. And we're using those for experience. Now, the Countess is fire enchanted, so we have the Strangling Gas Potions. Another option, because we have a Scimitar, is we can literally just smack her, just like we did there. You can also just get a plain Scimitar or an attack speed Scimitar. Those also work as well. But Ethereal is good. We need both of those runes. So, that's pretty good. Honestly, I just picked up those gold items just for fun. That's not something you typically want to do, but it was fun.
Hello.
And then you don't want to really spend a whole lot of time in your stash, we'll say, because again, it's time in town, right? We're going to quickly cast Burst of Speed. That's like the first thing you want to do entering the game. And check for that 2-socket armor, which we already picked up apparently. Another 2-socket helmet isn't a bad thing. It gives us more options later. And we have a large shield here, just chilling. So I'm going to take that for Ancient's Pledge, potentially later. However, if I am playing on Battle.net, then Ancient's Pledge, you might want to just farm a 3-socket. Actually, this is Resurrected. You can just straight up get like Spirit. Never mind. It doesn't matter if you're playing single player or not. So I guess you want to shop Farah in Act 2 for a large shield. And you always want to go cows and save your socket quest. I'm used to LOD where you can't have the rune words. Strangling Gas Potions. Oh yeah, you're supposed to fill up on Strangling Gas Potions. Me, I'm relying on RNG because I'm a savage. Don't do this at home. I'm going to put more points on Vitality. Pretty much everything's a Vitality dump. Lightning Enchanted Archers, also pretty dangerous. And we see an L shape down here, which means guaranteed elite pack. And you can tell, because they're moving extra fast, that they mean business. But so do I. The assassin is pretty tanky, so you can actually kind of tank a lot of stuff, as long as it's not archers. Armors and... armors and specific items are good to pick up, so I'm always trying to make some space in my inventory, like I was saying earlier. And that is for armors and anything that might be worth gold. Because something that is important is, like, we're going to need potions throughout the run, and that's just a constant gold drain. And later on, once we get a teleport staff, it's good to have, you know, the habit of getting a bunch of gold. We're just gonna smack her again because we have a weapon. It's pretty decent. Tal and Neff. So now we just need a tier rune and we're like pretty much good to go. It doesn't seem like there was any elite packs that we found down there, so we go again. Alright. So we don't need that for a while. We already have something to take place of our dagger, and we're gonna buy back our Strangling Gas. And then just get a bunch of mana potions so that we're good for a while. A couple thawing just in case. Put that strangling back on. Now we're going to try to find the tower. And what I'm doing, I kind of got lucky with the tower last couple times. But if I find elite packs, I'll kill them. But I'm just going to try to find the perimeter. And not hug the perimeter super close, but hugging the perimeter just enough. So that way, like, I know I'm checking the map, right? and also some of the inside of the map. You know, you don't want to like stand right next to it and run. Obviously the tower can't be back here. So keep a little bit of distance between you and the wall. And there you go. Tower. Cool thing is Assassin has doesn't need keys to open locked chests. So there you go. Open that locked chest.
I can't carry anymore.
Quickly checking for L shapes. There wasn't any, and then it goes down here. Oh, there was an L shape. Nice. Just one tile farther down. So that means we get a double elite pack. Fire enchanted guy, I'm not worried about him. He just kill his minions because those guys are not as resistant. We also got a ring here. Maybe something good. 6 to mana is not a bad thing to have. Also, anytime you see like the light, that means usually it's either an elite pack or a fallen pack, right? So it's worth checking if there's light there. Throwing knives are worth a lot of money. I definitely want that. So we're going to put 5 more or 10 more points into strength because we're putting 10 more points into strength to prepare for the spirit and stuff later. You don't really have to do that yet, but it's not a bad thing to have eventually. I would recommend more vitality. Extra strong archers, especially for situations like this.
I can't carry anymore.
Why did I stop attacking? I was holding left click. Interesting. Tier and Tal. That's exactly what we need. Now we can actually move on from the Countess runs. We just need to hit level 12 prior to the Catacombs. I actually like to do it like as soon as possible, because the next skill we're getting, Wake of Fire, is going to be very strong. We really don't need anything right now. Just stack up on potions real fast and go. Now we're going to be running all the way to Andariel. Now we don't really know which direction Andariel is, or Tomo Highland is, so we gotta do our best to get our bearings. Their elite pack, which is always good. We're level 10, so we're gonna need a level and a half. It's not bad to get more XP. Gotta check the leather armor. It was unfortunately bad. As soon as we find the path, then we know like where we're going roughly. Topaz. Okay, there's tower. We don't need to go down there. I also should have checked for a staff when I was at a car that time. Okay. What is this map doing right now? Okay. So now we're going to Tomo Highlands. Again, being on the lookout for any type of elite packs. while trying to keep our stamina up or kill like mass density like this. This is fine. We got archers. Again, archers are very dangerous. Be careful. I'm actually gonna put one more in burst. Why not? So you want to like make sure that you're kiting monsters into your attacks, right? Because like you want to like funnel them behind you because you have a small amount of AoE, and you want to take advantage and manipulate with that AoE as much as you possibly can.
Such corruption in this place.
Don't need that guitar because we have the scimitar. We're going top right because we know from the map layout tile right there that this is top right. Nice little elite pack here. There we go. There we go. Already 11 and a half. Like I said, our goal is to really hit level 12 as fast as we can. Careful of like champion goats like these guys. They hurt a lot. And we're getting hit by archers, so a little bit spicy. Now we want to go straight or left. I felt a little bit forced to go left. Or actually this is technically straight because of the map layout. Never mind. We gotta go top right is what I'm saying. We gotta go top right. There's usually champions in here, and there are. Champions hurt bad. Don't need to worry about the smith at all. He isn't needed at all for the quest or anything, so we can just skip him, grab the malice and run. Let's go to jail. Go directly to jail. Now we grab waypoint. Don't really need waypoint, but map is forcing us backwards and we came across it, so. Not bad if you like DC or something to have. Or crash, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at some point. Okay. Small charm is good. What does this do? Again, we really want to go straight here. Map might turn. Go straight behind it. Not. Okay, there we go. Sick. Extra strong archers, very dangerous. Definitely want to dodge those attacks if you can. And now we have Wake of Fire, and that's when things get easy. Let's throw a couple. I heard something important. Ring is good. Charm and a ring. But now we just throw traps down and just run. If you hear something cool drop, then you can pick it up, but other than that, let's keep going. Now we're going straight into the jail level 2. That might not have been fully discovered. Yeah, it wasn't, but... Okay, yeah, it was back there. Maybe? Hold on, it keeps going down. What is this map doing? Oh, okay. Well, this pack is very dangerous. Pit spawn is nasty. Got cursed and cold enchant. He's left on this tile. Really, we just want to push forward now. Find Andariel as fast as we can. Now that we're in jail level 3, we go left, and there it is, right there. Making sure we keep that burst of speed up. Sometimes there's an elite pack that spawns down there, nothing there. Checking for minions, nothing says minions.
I don't like it down here.
More elite packs. Double elite packs. This doesn't look okay. Now, Catacombs 1 is pretty much random as far as where you're going to go. Kind of just takes experience and know-how, and sometimes you still get screwed. With like individual map tiles. Do the best you can. And I don't feel like... I'm still trying to get used to these map tiles in Resurrected. Like the dead end map tiles with the double doors and stuff. But here we go. Right as soon as we enter Catacombs level 2, we want to make a TP, because if we find the waypoint, we know that it's level 3 is right of the waypoint. And sometimes we can just know that we're right next to it once we find the waypoint. Okay. So we found the waypoint here. I think it might be up there, so I'm just going to go top left. I knew better. This still doesn't look like promising. What is up here, though? That's probably it right there. Some champions in here, why not? Alright, there we go. Catacombs level 3. Now this place is also random. So we're just gonna hope that we find it. Big dead ends. Big dead ends. Okay. Now these elite packs right here are actually like pretty pain in the butt to fight, but for some reason they're staying together this time. They usually like run away, spread out like super far, super annoying. But that time it didn't go so bad. Alright, now we have Andariel. Now, because we're fire damage, Andariel is weak to fire, so we can just go in there and just honestly start smashing stuff. Like real fast. I'm going to use Rejuve to try to sustain my mana if I need it. But yeah, she's going to go down relatively fast. Alright, anything that's worth money, we can pick up.
Death becomes you, Andariel.
Cap is like decent. Normally you want to like have a better inventory management than I have here. But like, it just didn't work out well. Right, so you don't, any time that I'm like sitting here is technically wasting time. So we're just going to pick up the skull. That cap could have been okay, but we're just going to go. My gear's breaking, yep. So, Act 1, good enough. We're moving on to Act 2 now. Now, I first want to go to Farah. Farah first because, one, we can go and sell our stuff. So let's do that first. And then we can buy a belt, 3-row belt, and check for 3-socket shields. So we have the 3-socket shield now, which is good. And that's pretty much what we need for now. We put the gems away for potential recipes later. And we're going to repair this. Put Tal Eth in right now.
Hello.
And now that we have a 3-row belt on us, then we can use the belt trick if you have bad ping, or you can just spam, which is slightly faster. And then if you have books that you want to fill up, you can just go and sell them and buy them back, and they'll fill up to max quantity. We don't need that dexterity. We could grab some boots from Charcy and imbue them for fast run walk. Fortunately, no boots here, so I guess we'll just check Geed.
Good to see.
Yep, and we got boots here. So we're going to use this imbue quest on the boots and see if we get anything with faster run walk. We did, with Magic Find, big boots. This is actually what you want, like straight up. Very good. Very good. And every skill point is going to be going into Wake of Fire from now on, basically. Elite packs are cool. The Leapers are just kind of... They're not a great elite pack because they get knocked back and they're hard to kill. But they are an elite pack still. Beetles are good, so we can just throw traps down at beetles and run away. Honestly, in Act 2, you just want to be throwing traps down while you're running and gaining the XP. Because at the end of Act 2, we want to try to be like level 17, level 18, something like that. 16 is okay as well, but 17 is much more preferred. So I still don't have a 2-socket staff. I could have shopped for that. I might shop for it, end up shopping for it later, but one could drop as well before we hit level 19 because it's not relevant until we can use a Ral rune for a leaf, which is at 19. What character would I choose? Honestly, this one. If I was brand new, I would love, like, either play Sorceress if you want to go meta try hard, but it's difficult. But this character is a lot of fun and it's pretty strong. And it's relatively tanky. Not the fastest out there, though. So you just throw traps around those guys. Get credit for that elite pack. Drinking stamina potion. We're looking for Dry Hills, Halls of the Dead, which is going to be right next to one of the walls or rocks on the ground. And we're also at the same time, because we have a waypoint, okay to move on. Right now we're looking for, like I said, the halls and the stairs. The stairs, honestly, this might have been it. I kind of want to just check this. No, I thought it might have been it. What you want to do is just you want to TP this. I found an elite pack, it was worth. But you want to TP that just in case there's Halls of Dead. Now that we found that, you actually want to TP that. And we're just going to head towards the exit now. Should be in the bottom corner. Now that we have the waypoint here, we can actually go back to town and go into that portal. Now, Act 2 is actually pretty complicated. There's a lot of scenarios that you can come across. Honestly, I don't really need anything. MF is fine, though. I don't really need anything. Just stack up on potions and go. Yo, Coopsy, thank you very much, man, for the Prime Gaming. I appreciate that a lot, dude. You beast. We're going to go in here, but basically Act 3 is, or Act 2, you don't have to do anything in a particular order. It's just make sure you get waypoints wherever you go and put TPs down so you can take advantage of your, like, temporary checkpoints and go back and into whatever you think might be the fastest route for your current knowledge. So Act 2 takes a little bit of practice to do efficiently. But here we are just running left every time, and anytime we see density, it's not a bad thing. And we leveled again, so that's good. Even stronger now. Definitely want to kill this pack as fast as we can. And make space for your cubes. We dropped a charm, an eagle orb, and some other potential gold items here. Blazonix, thank you very much as well for the sub. Appreciate that. You beast. Okay, so we don't really need any of these things. They're just potential gold items. We're gonna grab more stamina potions because we'll need those later for Act 3 anyways. It's not good, not bad to have just extras in there. And it's really hard to honestly buy stamina potions in Act 3 due to the distance you have to walk. Elite pack right here of beetles. Very, very strong. Even another one. Strong meaning like big XP. Definitely want to kill these guys. Now we're looking for maggot layer and or, okay, beetle burst and or the Lost City directions. Definitely want to kill these guys when we can. Again, we're looking pretty good on XP, honestly, right now. Like, we are taking a little bit more of our time getting XP this time, which is fine.
I need mana.
Okay, we didn't end up finding the maggot lair itself, but we found Lost City, so that's something. Potential entrance down here. Nothing there. Next ones will be in the north. Let's try to kill these packs.
I am overburdened.
So dark, man. They turned off the lights. Waypoint, nice. So honestly, I would like to go back to Far Oasis, and there's a reason for this. In this scenario, we have beetles in the Far Oasis, and that's good experience. So even though I have discovered some of this place already, I at least have that checkpoint. Wow, that's annoying. I at least have this checkpoint, and when I'm discovering things here, we have a chance for more beetles. Doesn't look like we're having very many though. They might have been bonus packs from the area. Yeah, okay, they're not just as many random beetles as I thought. It's okay though. Both options were good. So now we're really looking for maggot lair. This needs to be found. There we go. And beetles down here is great. Beetles are XP. Kind of want to spam fire traps as best you can as well, and watch out for, you know, insta dying, because a lot of the monsters do a lot of lightning damage. The beetles, that is. And don't feel like you can't use fire blast too. Fire blast is sometimes more effective than fire traps, especially against the bugs. Unless it's an open space. Fire traps, like the Wake of Fire, is much stronger than fire traps in the open areas. So now we want to continue to go right, and there looks like the exit. Or a continuation and then an exit. There it is. Want to go right again for level 2. Just spam as best you can, hopefully get a couple traps that can target inside. There we go. And now we go straight. Always top right. Straight and top right on Maggot Lair level 3. Okay, a little bit of a baited dead end. I guess it's not a dead end. Is it over here? Okay, super chests. Not very super. Well, I guess regular chests. Staves are good for gold, so I'm picking that up. This tile does not look like the actual correct tile, like even now, but I'm pretty sure it is. Doesn't look like it with that like sharp corner. Bad cropping. That's what it looks like. Bad cropping.
I need mana.
This guy can actually drop Zaris boots or fast run walk boots. Really good ones. We already have fast run walk, so we don't really need it, but still a thing you can go for.
Good morning.
Alright. Don't really need much there.
Nothing the right portion can't cure.
Now we're going back to Lost City. We have finished checking the top side. Online, if you're playing with a group, you can actually use ancient tunnels if you wanted to for XP. Now we're gonna go left in the Claw Viper Temple.
In a darker tomb.
Again, always looking for those elite packs. And just killing trash along the way. Alright, now you gotta be careful of Fang Skin, so you want to pre-trap here. Because Fang Skin will just destroy if you're caught off guard, that is. But you can easily shred him. Fang Skin is that green snake, for those that don't know. It's the green snake down there that spawns with lightning enchant.
Worse.
Now we want to talk to Drognin. And we also want to like make the staff too.
Good day.
So do that.
Welcome to my shop.
And just because we're in town, max out. Then all the corners. Teo tells me I should run the other way. Maybe I should run the other way, but I'm used to running this way. There's only one door maximum, but you just run a straight shot. Either top, bottom, right to top, left, or left side to bottom, bottom mid. This little lightning enchant. And this guy, you only really have to worry about his minions. I wouldn't worry about much of anything else because he's fire enchanted.
I need mana.
And you really want to find the flat
It's obsession.
paths here. So which is this direction. Really want flat. You want to go the ways that are easiest for you first, so that way like if it is that direction, you didn't waste your time going a bad direction. Because that's like the best direction that the traps work in. Because they do not work well on these stairs. And you can kind of just run through the ghosts before they become like targetable, or before they target you or like or anything. You can just run through the ghosts. Now we know it's not top left, but you can potentially get maybe some items that you want for gold or something. And because this isn't online, I can't save and exit, so I have to actually go back to town. Otherwise I would save and exit.
Good day.
If I had static maps. Don't really need anything, just keep going. Stairs, let's go this way. This is like semi-flat. These ghosts have like an okay chance to drop some okay stuff, you know, charms, runes, gems, whatever. This area has been too easy, man. Too easy. Not getting trolled by much yet. Okay, it's not bottom left, so it's unfortunate, but we'll see if we find anything here that's good. An L rune that's not really good, but it's something.
It is an honor to serve you.
Now we're gonna go this way because theirs sucks. Anytime you're in a situation where you're kind of stuck, just spam traps as much as you can. And keep using fire traps as well. And usually you can get out before you die. As long as you're trying to manage your healing well and all that stuff. Seems good. Dang, couldn't quite get past. And we got stairs, fourth way. That is unfortunate. Fourth way, man.
Good day.
Happens. Now we're gonna buy potions real fast. Not worry about this. Let's buy like a couple of those thawing potions because we're gonna try to fight Duriel. You can have up to 5 traps at the same time. Stairs is terrible, like I said. Is just terrible. Okay, there we go. You could tell that it's him by the platform, obviously. Alright. Might even have to get more potions because of how bad the stairs were that time. Okay, we're good there. That circle, I think that was? Yeah. And now we have stealth because we leveled, so we're just zoom now. And you can memorize the tomb layout like they are always static, like the symbols are always in the same spot. Small charm. Grab healing. And there's the orifice. Let's get that prepped. Jared Stone.
Not enough mana.
I'm gonna go back and buy more potions because Duriel fight can take a little bit. It's not that bad, but
Greetings.
22 fire res is actually really good. Think I might actually put that in the helmet. And you kind of want to just run back and forth so that Duriel is always taking fire damage. Sometimes circles work. Lightning traps, it works better to run back and forth, but that's only used really in Nightmare. Once we actually, or Hell actually, because that's when you spec. Just want to make sure always taking damage. And you're supposed to drink thawing potions. I didn't drink all of them. Doesn't really matter. Each one stacks 30 seconds of time. And you just want to make sure. Pick up a couple things for gold and then just go.
I shall track the prime.
And if I was in single player, I would save an exit and go back in, but loading screens in D2R, I don't know if it's worth. You might just not want to. You might want to run across town.
Ahoy, mate.
The guide will be finished tomorrow. The items guide. Or we'll be doing that after this, I should say, not tomorrow. After this. Maybe not finished, but like we'll get a lot closer. Alright, let's go check for... Let's just go, actually. Just go. So these guys, the suckers, can take away your stamina, and that's why we have extra stamina. It's very helpful. We're looking for double bridges. Anytime there's a double bridge here, that means that there's an area to go and look down. And we have Arachnid's lair. Might as well take the waypoint. And also, as kind of like I said in Act 2, you just want to throw traps down all the time. That's what we're doing here. Now this is a dead end one. There's 3 different sides. Or 3 different side areas. We just found 2. And we know that the next one is going to be Spider Cavern.
I need mana.
Alright, here we go. So there's 3 different layouts here. It's usually best to just go down. But unfortunately, it was on the other side. So 3 layouts where this chest can be. There's more than that for down here, but you just kind of want to like hug that bottom section, and then if it's not down there, then it's, you know, take a left as soon as you can get to the other side.
I need mana.
This guy's pretty dangerous, this spider. He is extra strong and cursed. So, luckily he didn't curse me there. But now we got one of the pieces. So that's good. Put that in the cube. Let's continue on. The jungles are 2 by 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe on tile 5. Yep, so tile 5. Tile 1, tile 3, 5, and 6 are exits. So we want to check to see if there's anything special going on here. Great Marsh is on tile 5. Potentially on tile 6 we'll have a flare. I don't usually comment while playing the game, usually interacting with chat, so forgive my mistakes. Now we got Flare Jungle, which means it's perfect. We don't have to go into Great Marsh at all. It's also not a bad idea to make a TP just in case you found the waypoint in Spider Forest. And you can just go right back into the TP into Great Marsh if you're forced to. But in the scenario that we were in, that wasn't relevant.
I need mana.
An amulet. It's not a bad thing to have. Inner sight literally does nothing for us. Okay, well. This is probably a waypoint. Yeah. Also, just gain XP by throwing traps over the edge, like over the river and stuff. Like your traps will just kill stuff. This is a good time to get your experience and get to level 19.
I need mana.
Now that we're 19, we would actually benefit from a leaf staff, so let's go and get that real quick. Yo, what's up, obviously, Queen? How have things been with you? So we have a staff here. I don't really want to buy it for 9k, but because it's here, guess we'll do it. Now we gotta go tier Ral. Poppin', thank you. Yeah, it's a good opportunity, D2R. Appreciate everybody being here. Now we have the Gidbin here. And with this leaf staff, by the way, we make that because, well, +3 to fire skills is pretty good. Turns out it's pretty good.
I can't carry anymore.
We can quickly, I guess, go buy potions for the last time. For a while, and then turn in the Gidbin. Wait, I think actually Ormus quite literally makes it so he can't trade if he walks too far. Okay, what's this ring? Gives us mana and magic find. That's like really good stuff. So Let's do that. Let's go. Now the Gidbin is the same tile as the Flare Dungeon, so we're going to continue to move forward. You excited about Halo Infinite? Obviously, Queen. For those that don't know, she's also a streamer that does mostly Halo 3 content. From what I understand, she's pretty excited about the Infinite game coming out, Halo Infinite. I'm excited for it. Looking forward to playing that. So now we're on tile 6. We can kill this guy pretty quick, honestly. So let's kill him real fast. And then, boots. Rare boots are so good. You don't want to leave rare boots. I would love to leave them, but 10 fast run walk. These ones have MF though. Not worried about it. And the first waypoint we come across in here, we're going to go back into the Flare Dungeon. Dolls in normal aren't really that big of a threat, so don't worry about it. Nightmares when they start becoming dangerous. And for those that don't know, dolls are the like red guys that pop when they die. These guys right here. They don't really do much damage to you in normal. Now you always go left in the dungeons here, the first 2 levels, and then in the next level you want to... Ooh, it might be desynced on the other side of the wall. Okay, we're good. On the 3rd level, there's specific layouts that you'll have to memorize to navigate. And this one looks like... Gotta go down here. We got that. And now we're going to go back into the Lower Karast and continue our way. Now that we have that organ as well. Might as well kill... We don't actually need to kill anything at this point. Honestly, we're like good on experience. We can just run now. But I'm probably still going to kill some things. Just because I do want to hit higher levels for like going to hell. And just because we're here, this isn't technically what you would want to do for the fastest route, but because I actually want to hit level 30 and level up and push forward in Nightmare and stuff like that, it's not the worst thing to get experience. You just typically want to push as far as you can and get into cow level as fast as possible for a higher chance at getting a spirit base. But I'm breaking the rules a little bit by taking a side, a little tangent. A little road trip. Alright, so now we need to find the sewers. Should be coming up on very soon. I think I ran by it. Oh my god, stop it. Put points there, put points there. There we go. So we're looking for... We kind of want to like hug the outer perimeter as much as we can. It can be in the inside, but like it's usually not. And then on top of that, once we find the chest, if we find the chest like we did right there, we know that the sewers level 2 is right of the chest. So it's facing somewhere northwest. And this whole thing has 4 exits. It's a big giant square with the inner circle. Or inner square. Let's see if we can... Nothing's over there. Okay. Dang, we are getting wrecked on this map right now. Give me some way to go over there. Thank you, game. XP shrine for fun. Nope, can't. Nothing over here. And so we don't backtrack, we're making a TP and then continuing forward. Because Travancore Waypoint is gonna be a guarantee. We know exactly where that is. And once we take that, we go back in through that TP and then there's no time loss. Rather than I have to run that way, then run back to that exit. And then there's just time loss there. Okay, so now that we have the waypoint, let's go. Freaking loading screens. Okay. This is looking promising. This is it. We got bad birds. Drop bats, as Macro calls them. Now we can head right back to Travancore immediately. I'm actually going to grab some potions real fast. So that way we can be good for Act 4. Now we just need the flail. Let's make that. We don't really need the scimitar right now, but whatever. It's cool to have, right? So we smack that. If you're playing online, you need to kill all the guys, but because we're playing solo, I'm not worried about killing these guys. We just go. Or all the elites down there, not the minions. All the actual uniques. And in the Durance, we need to go left. And we're super over leveled, honestly. Like, you don't really need this so much XP, but again, preparing myself somewhat for Nightmare. You could a strategy if you are going to Nightmare is you can just like get to level 24 and then just like hit 25 on Ancients, and then you'll get XP from Baal, but that's not what we're going to end up doing here. Make a safety TP because we can. Don't get hit as much as possible. And make sure you keep up your fire traps. Jesus, man. Dude has no chill. Just pick up stuff again for gold. Also, this polearm's important because in Act 4 we're going to be needing a mercenary. Because there's going to be a fire immune monster, which we can't do damage to.
What do you need?
So we're actually going to save this polearm.
I can't.
These are bad. Grab some of these. Let's move. We're going to check the immediate exit, which would be down left here. See if there's anything going on. Doesn't look like it. So we're going to check the next one. Just straight right. If the game ever lets us go right. Not looking good, so we're gonna go up here, and it should be up here. Dang, dude, blocked, huh? These guys are brutal because they are fire resistant and they do a lot of damage to you. Act 4 is just, you want Ral runes in your helmet or some type of fire res. That is super good. Isual is not needed, but you can drag him with you. Again, if you kill him, it's +2 to all, +2 to your skills. Get 2 more skill points. So you can kind of just drag him like this. Or you could get a mercenary to finish him off as well. That's another option. Dude is okay, come on, Isual, let's go. Going for a walk. Okay, we found the next exit. Souls and normal don't do damage really. They're not really a threat. These guys are though. Nice desync, man. So yeah, he's like still very tanky. Or still very full health. What I might end up doing is right as soon as we find the waypoint, just hire that mercenary. And then just take him down. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, we got Grease. We want just highest level. It doesn't really matter. Then he's going to put that to good use. I should go on City. Then you should be able to out-heal him. Then with your burst of speed active, you can actually throw 2 traps and then 7 fire traps. Can you see how much faster he's just going down now?
I can't carry anymore.
Quickly grab those 2 skill points. They will help. Actually, I got 3 because I leveled off of him. What? I eat. And we're just going straight to Chaos Sanctuary. Oof, dead end. Happens, man. It happens. Don't you desync me. I'm probably dead here. Yeah. Freaking desync, man. I should have been able to run through that. And I don't have gold, so we have to actually run through that again.
Greetings.
Happens, dude. That's what happens when you play online rather than being offline. Just gotta clear this out, man. Shouldn't have happened. But it happened. Just deal with the situation. Alright, there we go. We got River Waypoint, and we gotta just continue to push. Tal Rune, it's not a rel. That Tal Rune would actually be good for Spirit. Should have just grabbed that, but I'm not thinking Spirit. This could actually be a Spirit Sword too. I know it's Dexterity required, but here at River of Flame, I'm pretty sure that's good. Jeez, dude, the desync is like, we're even getting desynced on corners, never mind monsters. So there's a long way and a short way. We want to take the short way. There, and then we go across, and this is also a short way. Hopefully you don't get blocked in. Now we're in Chaos Sanctuary. We go to Infector first because he has high amounts of fire resistance. And he can take a long time to kill. Don't pop him first. We want to hit the second seal first. Now with the new adjustments to the Chaos Sanctuary, it's even more dangerous than it was before because of lore resists. That was it's a very dangerous place. I wanted that rare ring or that magic ring, but it just didn't happen. So there we go. Need the blue guy. His minions are gonna die pretty fast, but Infector himself will probably take some time. A lot of density back there by the seal. I wasn't feeling like I wanted to risk that. And our goal is to kill both Infector and the Sace here as best we can. That crown I actually really do want.
I need mine.
Should hit the other seal first. It's fine though. This is where we're gonna need our mercenary. So we're gonna have to clear out this area so my mercenary doesn't just immediately die. There goes Infector. And Vizier is fire immune, so here we go.
What do you need?
That is a very good helmet. Very good helmet.
Greetings. I'll put that to good use.
Okay, there we go. Merc is just gonna insta die, but it's okay. Ow.
Beast was a BTNeanderthal.
Yo, what up, 72? We're currently doing a guided normal speedrun right now. Just like a little something something. It's not perfect, but you know, it will help showcase. You really want Diablo to come down to you if possible. But sometimes he's stubborn. There we go. I really feel like they should change the lightning animation to be more like aggressive.
The hero's mistake is finally corrected.
Hell yeah, correct that mistake. Well, then we have Diablo dead, and we're gonna revive our mercenary here because we have a chance to bug him while we're running there, and we could use him for the Ancients fight. It can help make it go faster. Jeez, these loading screens. Act 5, man. Now we're gonna really try not to actually buy anything here for right now, because it's very expensive. Until we kill Shank. Those are different tiers of items. Exceptional, elite, and normal. Normal is the base tier. Like for example, a cap. A war hat is exceptional, and a Shaco is an elite cap. So Doc Farron right here, this guy, don't want to get hit because he chills. And we ran by, everything went smooth. Jeez, dude. It's like 3 desyncs. It's a lot of desync going on. We're just gonna pick up this stuff. Sell it. Merc just did die. which is unfortunate, but
Your command has ended.
buy them again later, I guess. I am going to TP. Now, because this character would want to go to Nightmare, we do want to save the barbarians. But now that we've killed Shank, we can... This is a good pair of boots, but we're not going to use them right now. But now we've killed Shank, we can buy potions. Frick. Bad potions. What? And I'll buy a mercenary again. Maybe he'll bug. We'll see. Try. Now there's 3 barbarians cages. And there's 3 different areas. It can either be 111, 120, or some combination of that. So that's 5 of the barbarians, which is 1. Got another group. And the last group here. Holy crap. Issues. Okay, there we go. Barbs are saved. Now we have Rel or Tal. That's again good for a Nightmare. And typically you want to stay along one side or another, not run through the middle because of these doors. On the right side, you always have either no doors or 1 door. We'll do that. Dang, dude, rip Merc. We'll just not worry about it. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Now we run straight up because the map can be either oriented straight right like it is or straight left. So now we're going to hug this left wall. There's only going to be 1 door on every area. Oof. Unless you get blocked, man. Stop blocking me. We really need throw on left click, man. Like, not having move only is just brutal, man. Now, you would normally want to get the waypoint or TP. Oh yeah, Death Lords are broken in this game. So I'm going to make a TP there. We're going to continue forward though. And the first waypoint I come across, we're going to go and like save Anya or get the waypoint at the very least and then save Anya later. In a normal speedrun, you don't really want to do this. You just kind of go to Ancients. And we're going left in all the caves. All the caves are left for the next level. Okay. Now, if we can get a waypoint, that would be fantastic. Not required. Unless you really want to do Anya. So this is the best way to go, is the right side. As you can see, there's actually no door here. Well, I guess this guy is actively living as if he was a door. I'm desynced on something that doesn't exist. Literally can't walk. Something is broken. I can't walk through there. All right. Well, that's a bug. He identifies as a door. My bad, my bad. Here's waypoint, sick. So we're gonna go back and at least get the waypoint.
Salutations.
And waypoint is right, so it's northeast. Oh my god, we're so dead. Yeah. Alright, well, screw the freaking, screw Anya. Who needs that, right? I don't care about my gold either. So, whatever. The only thing that's unfortunate is that our waypoint in Frozen Tundra is rough. These bug Deathlords make it... If you ever get caught by a Deathlord, you are dead. Ever. Just dead.
Good afternoon.
Nice. We actually got a good spawn. No. Maybe not. Let's see. Nope, we did. Really good spawn. Might kill a couple guys just for gold because we have nothing. I should have stashed my gold. Honestly, but... Meh. Ah, ghost armor. Nice. It's ethereal, but ghost armor is still okay. Just don't get hit. Okay. Really awkward map. Now we just want to go left, which is northwest here. As best you can. Sick. Bug lords. Leave me alone. Literally full block. 5 monsters blocking. Alright, alright. Oh god. Terrible. Literally terrible. Get me out of Ancient Sway. Nobody wants to be here. It's full of bug lords. Be quiet, Teo. I'm mostly scared because of the bug lords, and I don't have gold. Alright.
I shall prove worthy.
There's nothing dangerous in the maggot lair. Get out of here, Teo. Alright. So now we're just gonna keep running in circles till they all die. Or at least until these guys die. Normally if I had more healing potions, which I don't, I would go into a corner and then force them to just hit me. Oh my god, are they actually fire resist? Are you actually fire resistant? Yeah, dude, you are. This is just bad situation now. So we have to restart. Cold enchanted beetles? Nah, dude, that's not dangerous.
Salutations.
Just gotta get resist. Feeling psyched? Yeah, things are amazing, man.
Impossible.
Very happy.
What is it?
Freaking no gold. I love it. This game sucks. Alright. Now we're going to hope that he's not spawned with fire resistance. And the reason why he was spawned with fire resistance that time is because Ancients spawn with rare items on. And sometimes they just spawn with lots of fire resistance. Okay, that looks a lot better now.
Not enough mana.
Okay. Big XP, Kappa. Alright, so now the Ancients are dead. Like I said before, we wanted to tank them there just because they end up doing less damage and they take more damage. So as long as we have enough potions, then we're okay. We're gonna make a TP here just in case we find the waypoint first. And we did not. We're just gonna make a safety TP because Death Lords are broken. Skill Shrines are good. Oh god. Stop it. Don't get hit by Death Lords.
I need mana.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna sell my soul. We don't really need this. Don't really need that.
Afternoon.
By the way, stash your gold. Don't be like me. Just stash your gold. Should have made a TP as well. I'm not going to do wave skips. Mercenary here is for Kalenzo because he is fire immune. And also, just to avoid your mercenary being decrept, you can stand on top of Baal and he'll only decrep you.
Thanks.
There we go. How are Deathlords broken? They just broke. They just broke, man. They don't stop attacking. You can kind of kill wave 4, but you can just drag them out too. Like, you don't need to do this.
Not enough mana.
Because Ventar is a little tanky. And then we definitely drag out wave 5. Come on, game. Here we go. Alright, now it's just Baal. And this fight takes a while with this spec. Not too long, but a little bit. You want to stay against the edge of the wall so he doesn't damage you as much, and if you can stay out of the range of his mana burn, that's always good too. Anytime he spawns a clone, you don't want to deal with it. You just go over to the side. Make sure you're out of range of seeing him. Make a TP. Go back to town. Just wait a few seconds. What I usually do is just buy potions and stuff. And then by the time you come back, that second guy will have despawned. Just make sure you keep that TP up. Make sure you keep your burst of speed up. Jesus. This guy's got no chill. Bruh. Needs to stop teleporting. And here we go. Hopefully you found this helpful. That was normal Baal. And what I would do now, just a quick look into what we would do next to prep for the coming things, is we would actually start doing the cow run. So we would save Cain right now. We go save Cain. We fill out maybe a couple of our quests that we wanted to do. Such as Anya, we want to go do that. And also, we would want a teleport staff. So after we hit level... well, we could actually even farm teleport staff like now. As well from Ormus. You can also do it at Drognin and Nightmare. Is it okay spot? Honestly, I would prefer to do that in D2R just because of the load times and stuff. But anything that's red prior to level 24 means that it has a potential to be a teleport stuff. So we grabbed our stuff. We want to make an Ancient's Pledge and all that stuff to prep for Nightmare. But anyways, that is the normal playthrough, sub 2 hours, how to do things. Hopefully you learned some things and enjoyed it. Much love. You're all beasts.